welcome to another exciting episode of Flex with a brand new face. So yes, I am Diana Master, and from here on out you'll be seeing me here and there to lead you through some of your workouts. So today we have quite the interesting workout. It's a full body and core workout. Yes, I know it sounds a bit how do we do that? So we're literally just going to have a circuit of warm-up, we're going to have a circuit of full body, circuit of core, and of course our cool down, because it's important for us to always warm up and cool down to avoid any injury and also hopefully get away with DOMS, which is delayed onset muscle soreness. So we will be right back after this short ad break as we get into our workout. All you need for today's workout is just some space, your mat, if you even have one, and again, an optional piece of equipment is a glute resistance band. But if you don't have that, we can still do the workout without the glute resistance band. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back.
This is Africa. Good morning.
Hey, it's Aina Raisa Claire alongside Diana Master.
In the ANC conference in December. So starting off with the cycling.
Africa, good morning. Do have a lovely
Minister Monica Mchangwa has said that
with the soccer, the English Premier League continued, the biggest game being...
On that note, it is all our love, all our light.
Okay, so I do hope you're ready to get your bodies warmed up and excited for this workout. So of course, because we are starting with the warm-up, we're just going to start with some very light stretches. So just some swings. Okay. And then we can do some back arm circles. Again, this is just to get some blood flowing to your hands as well, because we are going to be using our hands. We're going to be on our hands for most of the workouts. And then switch direction. So right now we're also just getting the shoulders warmed up. You can actually feel it here, how we're getting our shoulders warmed up. Okay, and then just stretch that out. Just keep holding it, feel the stretch. Switch hands. Now today's workout is not necessarily dumbbell heavy. We actually don't have any dumbbells that we're going to be using for this workout. It's just a body workout. So all you need is your body. Let's just get down. Okay. Stretch it like that. If you find this is a bit difficult for you, all you can literally do is just be on your feet and just do that. Or push it back, leg forward, again. Now let's get into tabletop position. And then what you're going to do is get your left leg to the front and leave your right leg up like that. So what we're doing here is we're stretching the hamstrings. Okay. Go up, we're just going to cycle through that, up, and then down, 3 times. Three. Okay, switch legs. Go up, 1, 2, Okay, so now we are going to get into our cardio circuit, and it's just going to get your heart rate pumping a little bit, because cardio is always good for anyone that's trying to lose weight, although strength training is even better. So if we can start our timer, and then we're going to start with our jumping jacks. 3, 2, 1. You just need to keep your breath steady. Breathe through your nose. If it starts to get a little hot to breathe through your nose, breathe through your mouth. All right. And then we move over to high knees. 3, 2, 1. If you're finding high knees a little too hard, what you can literally do is slow these down and go 1, 2, 1, 2. But for those that want the push, let's go. Okay, great. And then from our high knees, what we're gonna do is some squat steam engines. You probably have never heard of these before. So what we're just gonna do is go 1, jump. Okay, we'll go in 3, 2, 1. Two, 1. Okay, what we're gonna do now is take a 30-second ad break, because if you're like me, my heart rate is definitely up there. So what we're just gonna do is let the timer roll as we breathe for 30 seconds. Use this time to really catch your breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Just breathe. We have 7 seconds. Let's get ready for our next position. Our next move is downward dog. So this is what we're gonna do. This is the downward dog move. But what we're gonna do is do this. We come down, go up, bring it back up. Okay, we go in 3, 2, 1. Just cycle through that. Now this may look familiar if you're a yoga lover, because there's a move like this, similar to this rather, called a Surya Namaskar. And we are done. All right, great job. Let's get back up. I know most of you don't like these, but we are going to do our squats. If you want a bit of a push, you can do jump squats, but for those that are just beginner, we can just do squats. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Really make sure you go low. Some even prefer to do this. If you have a weight, you can throw that weight on your shoulders, or you can do a front-loaded squat, where basically okay, and then our last move in this circuit, we're gonna do invisible jump rope. Feel free to use a regular jump rope if you do. So we'll go in 3, 2, 1. Keep in mind, you can do a lot of different moves. You can do the alternating one-leg jump. You can do an open and close. You can do a boxer step. You can do a run in place. You can do a crisscross. So many jump rope moves that you can do. And done. So that brings us to the end of our first circuit, which is our cardio circuit. Woo! Boy, oh boy, I am out of breath. Now after the break, we get into our full body circuit. Stay tuned. You're probably a sweaty mess like me, but if you are, you're probably grateful for that brief ad break that I gave you just to catch your breath. Now we're closing off with a core circuit. Yes, we're hitting this bad boy right here. Now the core is not just for, showing off your abs, no, but it actually helps with a lot of your workouts. Once your core is strong, you find that some workouts are actually much easier for you. Most workouts are hard because your core is just not where you want it to be. So today we are strengthening the core a little bit, and of course we start with a plank. So let's get right into it. If you want, feel free to be on your hands, legs shoulder width apart, hands as well. But if you want, you can drop down to your elbows, which is what I'm gonna do. And you go in 3, 2, 1. Make sure everything is tight. Really breathe. Okay, that's it for our plank. Now we're gonna get into our bicycles. Bicycles are some of my favorite ab workouts. This is how you do a bicycle. We're just gonna alternate your elbow to opposite knee, and then you bring it back up. Now the trick with these is to not go super fast, because if you just do this, you're not working out anything. You have to be really slow and controlled so you feel the burn. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Really feel it. Keep going. And we are done. And then of course we're gonna get into some mountain climbers. You can also do these low impact if you feel like it. So low impact looks something like this. If you can just give me a minute here. So our low impact mountain climbers are going to look like that and that. Again, opposite knee to elbow. And then if you want to go super fast, feel free to just run in place. Let me know which one you guys want to do. Feel free to do whichever one you want to do. I think I'm going to slow it down a bit so I can really feel the burn. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Do pick up the pace if you're doing low impact. These are marching mountain climbers. And then if you want to pick up the pace, okay, those have been our mountain climbers. And then of course we're gonna do a side plank to target the obliques, which is this spot here. Most of you know them as the 11 lines. We'll start with our left side plank hold. This looks like this. If you want, you can raise your hand up to help you keep balance. All right, so we'll go in 3, 2, 1. Really lift it up so you can feel it here. Alrighty, you can guess what's next. We're switching it to the other side. Again, if this doesn't really feel good on your elbow, feel free to double up your mat. This will give you some extra cushioning. We'll go in 3, 2, 1. You're supposed to be feeling it here. Pick it up, don't slouch, because the minute you slouch, you're defeating the whole purpose. So pick it up. Okay, and to close off our ab circuit, we're gonna go into some heel touches. What you're just gonna do is bring your feet up 90 degrees like this, and then you're just gonna alternate and touch your heels. Again, we're still targeting the obliques. So let's go in 3, 2, 1. Make sure you're not yanking too much. What I always do is look at where the ceiling and the wall meet. That's a comfortable range for your neck. Really pull and feel it in the obliques. And we are done. I hope your abs are on fire as much as mine are, but don't go anywhere because we'll be right back to cool it down. Don't skip the cool down because it's absolutely important to prevent any injury. Now that we have our heart rates pumping and we're definitely in the zone, we're definitely warmed up, now we're gonna get into our full body circuit, starting with, I know most of you don't like these burpees, but yes, burpees are very functional because they work out your whole body. So we can start. I'll just demonstrate quickly for those of you that don't know. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump, come all the way down, jump, and up. That's a burpee. You can also add a push-up if you want. If you don't, you can just do the full burpee. If you can't actually do the full burpee, you can literally just do that and up. Whichever one you're comfortable with at this point in time. All right, are you ready? Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Okay, those are our burpees. And then again, we're getting into some squats. Let's get ready to go in 3, 2, 1. If you want a bit of a challenge, you can squat pulse. Okay, and we are done. And then of course we get into our frog hops. Frog hops is very simple. All we do is just to the end of the mat, we go back. In 3, 2, 1. If you want, you can do in and outs. If you feel that's a bit more challenging. And we are done. All right, so we are going to be doing side-to-side squats. If you don't have this, like I said, it's still fine. You don't have to have it, but it's a great investment to have if you really want to work on your glutes. All right, let's go in 3, 2, 1. So you're just going to open, close. You're really going to feel it in the side of the glutes, this area here. Keep going until the timer gets to 0. Alrighty, those are our side-to-side squats. And then of course, it's not a full body workout if we don't do push-ups, right? But fear not, if you can't do a full push-up, you can always just go on your knees. And then we go in 3, 2, 1. Really push the ground away when you get back up. And get low, no cheating. This doesn't do anything for you, okay? Okay, that's our push-ups. And of course, to close off this round, we're gonna get into some lunges. Let's get ready to go in 3, 2, 1. We're staying in the same place. If you're finding this a bit hard, feel free to do some walking lunges, which would look like that. If not, you can just do stationary lunges, which look like this. But you need to make sure to switch legs. Okay, and that brings us to the end of circuit 1, our full body circuit. Now after the break, we target the core and we get our abs on fire. Stay tuned. Welcome back. I'm so proud of you for sticking throughout that workout. Now, of course, we do have to cool it down to prevent any injury and any delayed onset muscle soreness. So what we are going to start by doing is getting into tabletop position. This just basically means on your hands and knees. And what you're going to do is really rotate up. And then when you breathe out, bring it up like, breathe in, breathe out. What we're just doing here is getting our heart rate back to normal. And then, of course, my favorite, just drop down. Really look left to right, left to right. Just breathe, just breathe, just breathe. Okay, so just bring your knees, let your glutes touch your heels. I don't know if that's making any sense, but again, this is just to stretch the top part of your back. And then we can cycle through this and that. Ooh, really feel that. Sit like this with our heels. The soles of our shoes touching. Okay, you can really feel it here in your quad flexors. Okay, now just stretch out. Really stretch. Breathe. Legs. Remember to breathe. And then of course, we just close off with our pulls. So just pull. Really feel it in the quad here. This is for all those squats that we're doing. Breathe. If you don't have the balance, feel free to grab onto a hold onto a wall. Okay. Switch legs. Really pull. Again, feel it in the quad here. And then, of course, we just close off with swings. And that's it. You've managed to get through a semi-tough upper body, lower body, core, and cardio workout. We did manage to target everything in that short time. But for me, Diana Master, thank you so much for joining me today on Flex, and I'll be seeing you again next time. Bye.